not so sure exactly why, but I've been using Miko a lot recently. I don't know how to explain it. I guess it's just because I felt a sudden urge to play a character that can do good damage on and off field. I don't know why, but regardless, I just felt like talking about the new buff that she got with Fontaine, and how she has top tier potential. And in all honesty, I think she is already a top tier character, but I'll explain why later. Just a quick reminder to sub and like if you enjoyed the video. I know I've been inconsistent with uploads for the past few months or whatsoever, but with the support you guys give me, it means a lot, and it helps out the channel. Thanks, I really appreciate it, guys. Hopefully we can reach 3k subs eventually. I'm not gonna bore you guys with how people thought she was one of the worst 5 stars when she first released, or how she got better with Dendro. I won't go in depth about those things. I'm just going to talk about right here, right now, see what I did there, where she stands and why I think she's a very strong character. Electro as a whole is a fairly strong and competitive element. Electro Charge, Quicken, Aggravate, and Hyper Bloom are all strong reactions, and yes, 3 of those do involve Dendro, but that's besides the point. Miko can be used in all of these teams and do a pretty good job in all of them. Is she the best option for those teams? Probably not, especially for a team like Hyper Bloom, since you don't typically build her with full EM and she has trouble hitting the Dendro cores. I personally think characters that are good in multiple teams are more valuable than those that are only really good in 1 or 2 teams. That's just my way of saying that I value flexibility over high performance in a specific team. My point is that she's consistently good in all of those teams I just listed, and let me explain why her kit allows for such potential to be high. As most of us know, Miko is capable of doing her damage off-field. Place 3 of her Fox Totems, and swap to another character. The good thing about this is that it only takes 2 to 3 seconds to place all of them in a single rotation. They each last for 14 seconds, I'd say, which gives plenty of time to swap through the entire party. In my opinion, having a quick swap playstyle is what makes her so good and comfortable to play. On the more technical side of her kit, her skill has a standard ICD, which allows her to apply Electro once every 3 hits or 2.5 seconds. However, this is only in single target that we're talking about. In a multi-target setting, she's able to apply Electro pretty often since each individual target has their own ICD timer. This might seem like Miko is only good in multi-target combat, but that's not true at all. Just because she's technically has less Electro application in single target doesn't make her any worse. Keep in mind, her Fox Totems are all focusing on a single target, and the scaling is not bad at all for how often it hits a target. And in some cases, if you do want to use Miko on field, her charge attack is capable of hitting a single target twice if they are big enough. This is only a really kind of niche tech in itself, since it only works on a select few of targets. I've only managed to get it to work on the Aeon Blade Drake, but I'm sure there's some other targets out there. But I just thought I'd mention this since only a few people actually know about this, and it can help a little bit with Electro application. I haven't even mentioned her burst yet. It has one of the highest scalings in the entire game, and this kind of explains why it has a high cost of energy, but if you have a good battery, have Electro Resonance active, or have a good amount of ER built, it's not that big of a deal at all. And with the burst being able to aggravate, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any ICD, it's able to do even more damage. This allows teams with Miko to feel very fun to use. So we already went over why she's pretty strong. Good damage, off-field Electro application, very good damage, fast rotations. Did I forget to mention that she has very good damage? That's cool and all, but why should you use her over Fischl, and is Miko even better than her? To answer the second question, she isn't. She's not better than Fischl. In general, Fischl is just a lot easier to use and has faster Electro application, especially with C6 and her A4 passive. There are certain teams where it is better to use Miko instead of Fischl, however, I want to mention that using them together creates very good synergy between them. They have Electro Resonance, able to battery each other, they both have very good off-field damage, and Miko is able to activate Fischl's A4 passive when she's on field. And I honestly think that this is the Electro version of Double Hydro, and the only reason why I'd say it's not used as much is because Electro is nowhere near as flexible as Hydro. But in an Aggravate team, they just work so well together. I don't think Miko is better than Fischl by any means, but I do think she has top tier potential. And with the new options that Miko got with Fontaine, the Golden Troop set increasing her skill damage by 70%, and a new craftable free-to-play catalyst that I feel like would be really nice for her, I think she could be a very strong and potentially future-proof character. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Remember to sub and like if you enjoyed the video, it would really mean a lot, and hopefully we can reach 3k subs soon. Have a good night and day wherever you're at, and I'll see you all next time. Peace and take care guys, have a good one.